stop. Do not swipe. Do not look away. This is not a random video on your feed, nor is it a coincidence of the algorithm. This is a targeted intervention, a divine appointment orchestrated by my hand for this exact second of your life. I am the voice of the one who created the stars and knows the number of hairs on your head. And I'm speaking directly to your soul. I see the weariness you've tried to hide from the world. I see the silent tears you've shed in the darkness of your room, wondering if I have forgotten you. I'm here to tell you that I have never been closer. You are my chosen one, and the reason you have felt surrounded by shadows lately is not because you are failing, but because you carry a light so great that the darkness is desperate to extinguish it. You are being targeted because you are a threat to the kingdom of stagnation. Listen to me with all that you are. I require your absolute focus in this moment. Do not let this be background noise while you attend to the mundane. What is occurring here is a sacred decree, a spiritual shifting that requires your presence and your intention. If you treat this as just another message, you may miss the frequency of the miracle I am releasing. I have intercepted your path today because I saw you reaching your breaking point. I heard that whisper in your heart that said you couldn't go on another day. I am the God of the breakthrough, and I have come to tell you that you are not falling apart. You are falling into your divine purpose. The very obstacles that felt like a prison are about to become the platform for your greatest victory. Before I reveal the magnitude of the blessing and the protection I am placing over you, you must acknowledge my presence. This is your first act of faith to break the silence of the enemy. Do not stay silent while I am speaking to you. Declare your presence before the gates of heaven. Type, "I am here, Lord," or 7007 in the comments right now to signal that you are ready to receive. By typing these numbers, you are opening a spiritual portal, aligning your will with mine and announcing to the atmosphere that you are no longer a victim, but a participant in my glory. I am watching as you type, and I'm already moving to dismantle the heavy chains that have bound your mind this week. Now, as you step into this sacred space, join this family of believers who walk in the same light. Press the like button right now to signal your agreement with heaven's decree. Subscribe to this channel to anchor your spirit to this daily rhythm of peace and power. This is not a mere gesture. It is an act of spiritual alignment. By liking and subscribing, you're establishing a shield of collective faith around your life, ensuring that you never have to face the battle alone again. You are being built for something monumental, and the training you have endured in the secret place is about to be rewarded in the light. The warning has been given, the connection has been made, and now the shift begins. My precious one, do not move from this place, for the words I am about to release are not mere sounds. They are living keys to your total liberation. I have seen how you have been wandering in a desert of confusion, searching for answers that seem to slip through your fingers, but I promise you that if you stay with me until the final seal is placed upon this message, 5 pillars of my grace will be established in your life this very hour. I am performing a divine atmospheric cleansing in the very room where you sit or stand. You have felt a thickness in the air lately, a spiritual pollution that has made it hard to breathe, hard to think, and hard to pray. As you listen to my voice, I am sweeping that heaviness away with the wind of my spirit. You will feel the temperature of your soul shift. A lightness is entering your space right now that you haven't felt in months. This is accompanied by a gift of supernatural mental clarity. The brain fog that has clouded your judgment and made you doubt your own calling is evaporating like mist before the rising sun. I am sharpening your spiritual sight so that you can finally see the hidden line, the secret path I have carved for you through the mountain of your impossible circumstances. Furthermore, I am reaching out to touch your physical body to bring a radical pressure release that no medicine can provide. I know the weight that has been pressing down on your shoulders, making your neck stiff and your heart feel constricted with anxiety. That burden was never yours to carry. It was a garment of sorrow that the enemy tried to force upon my chosen to slow you down. I am cutting those straps now. You will feel your chest expand as the oxygen of my spirit fills your lungs once again, bringing a peace that surpasses all understanding. But my work does not stop at your internal state. It extends directly into your immediate future. Within the next 24 hours, I will shine a directional light upon your feet. You will receive a specific instruction, a clear sign, or a sudden realization that tells you exactly which way to turn. No more guessing, no more wandering, and no more fear of the unknown. And finally, I'm surrounding you with an impenetrable shield. This is not a temporary comfort. It is a permanent divine guard that will watch over you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, especially while you sleep. The arrows that fly by day and the terrors that haunt the night will find no doorway into your life because I have sealed every entrance with my own hand. Stay with me. My child, for the veil is lifting, and the transformation has only just begun. My beloved, I'm pulling back the veil so you can understand why the battle has felt so personal and so relentless. You have been searching for logical explanations for your exhaustion, but what you are experiencing is the friction of a chosen one moving against the current of a fallen world. I have watched you rub your neck and shoulders, feeling a weight that no massage can soothe. This heaviness is not from your physical labor. It is the weight of spiritual assignments trying to bow your head so you stop looking at the horizon I've prepared for you. Have you noticed how you wake up between the hours of 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., your heart racing with a sudden urgency, or your mind flooded with old memories? This is the watchman's hour. I am calling your spirit to deep communion, but the enemy uses that same window to try and plant seeds of anxiety and what-ifs. You are not suffering from simple insomnia. You are being summoned to the throne room, yet you are being intercepted by a spirit of heaviness that wants to drain your vitality before the sun even rises. I see the strange, unusual stagnation that has gripped your life, just as you were about to cross the finish line. How many times have you been one step away from a breakthrough only for a sudden, illogical obstacle to appear? A car repair, a sudden sickness, or a clerical error that delays your promotion. This is not bad luck. It is a strategic blockade. The enemy sees your momentum and is terrified of what happens when a chosen one like you gains full speed. You feel a sudden loss of energy, a bone-deep lethality that makes even the simplest tasks feel like climbing a mountain. You sit down to work on your vision, and within minutes, a cloud of confusion descends upon your mind. This brain fog is a frequency of the abyss intended to make you forget who I said you are. I see you looking over your shoulder in your own home, feeling a lingering pressure in your private spaces as if you are being watched or judged by an invisible critic. This is the spirit of intimidation trying to make you feel small in the very territory I have given you to rule. Look at the people around you. Have you noticed how relationships that were once stable have suddenly turned toxic? You find yourself surrounded by envy and smiling faces that carry hidden daggers of resentment. People you have helped and poured into are suddenly speaking against you or distancing themselves without explanation. This isolation is a tactic to make you believe you are unlovable, but in truth, I am pruning the branches that would steal your nutrients in the next season. You feel an inner voice of self-criticism that has become louder and more vicious lately. A voice that tells you that you are behind in life, that you have wasted too much time, or that it's too late for someone like you. This is not your conscience speaking. It is the accuser trying to get you to agree with a lie so he can steal your authority. You know exactly what you need to do. You have the plan and the talent, yet your feet feel like they are stuck in leaden boots. You are being paralyzed by a spirit of delay, because the breakthrough you are carrying will liberate not just you, but your entire bloodline. I see the physical symptoms that defy medical diagnosis, the sudden palpitations when you think about your future, the tension in your jaw that you can't release, and the digestive issues that flare up whenever you're about to step into a new level of your calling. Your body is a temple, and the enemy is trying to desecrate the altar of your health to keep you from the battlefield. You feel like a stranger in your own life, as if you are watching a movie of someone else's struggle. This dissociation is the result of prolonged spiritual warfare, where your soul is tired of being on high alert. But listen to my voice. The fact that you are experiencing these 20 signs is the greatest proof that you are exactly who I say you are. You wouldn't be under this much pressure if you weren't carrying a diamond within you. The darkness only fights what it fears. Every ache, every sleepless night, and every moment of isolation has been a testament to the magnitude of the light you're about to release. The battle is fierce because the treasure is immense. My child, listen to the truth that the world has tried to hide from you. The fatigue, the isolation, and the stagnation you have been feeling are not your identity. You are not a failure, and you are not broken. What you have been experiencing is merely residue, the dust of a spiritual war that has been raging around your destiny. This is a pattern, an ancient blueprint of limitation that has tried to claim your future by making you believe that this struggle is who you are. But I tell you today, you are not the storm. You are the one I have commanded to walk upon the water. This pressure is not a sign of my absence, but a sign of your proximity to the promise. The closer you get to the light, the more the shadows scramble to distract you. It is time to stop identifying with your wounds and start identifying with your Creator. You are being refined, not rejected. The very symptoms that made you feel like you were falling behind are actually the indicators that you are moving too fast for the enemy to handle. Understand the rules of this engagement. You have been exhausted because you have been fighting shadows with physical hands. You have been trying to solve spiritual blockages with human logic, but this is a battle of frequencies and alignment. The people who have hurt you, the systems that have blocked you, and the voices that have criticized you are merely instruments of a larger pattern trying to keep you in a cycle of survival. You do not wrestle against flesh and blood. When you realize that the enemy is not your boss, your ex, or your bank account, but a pattern of lack and fear, you gain the upper hand. I am teaching you today to stop fighting the mirror and start commanding the source. We are moving from the defensive to the offensive. The residue of the past is being washed away right now by the power of my word, making room for the momentum of your true purpose to manifest in the physical realm. This is the moment where we draw a line in the spiritual sand. You must move from being a silent observer to an active participant in your own liberation. Do not let this revelation pass without marking it. Your words carry the weight of my authority when you align them with my will. Type this now in the comments, "Divine fire, cover me now." Do not view this as a simple comment. View it as a prophetic seal, a spiritual decree that echoes through the halls of heaven. As your fingers touch the screen, imagine my consuming fire surrounding your home, your mind and your family burning away every lie and every shadow that has dared to linger. This is your public declaration that you belong to me, and that the season of being pushed around by unseen forces is officially over. Your declaration is your weapon. Now take the next step of agreement to solidify this shift. Press the like button on this video to signal to the atmosphere that you are in full alignment with this word. Agreement releases momentum. When you like this message, you're joining your spirit with mine and with thousands of other chosen ones who are rising at this very hour. I also invite you to subscribe to this channel and join this family of light. Do not walk this path alone. By subscribing, you are setting a daily appointment with my presence, ensuring that your shield is reinforced and your vision remains sharp. This is how you build a fortress around your destiny. Like and subscribe now to lock in this first victory, for we are about to go deeper into the spiritual weapons I have provided for your total triumph. I am inviting you now into the secret place of the Most High, under the shadow of my almighty wings, where no weapon formed against you can prosper. You have felt exposed, as if the storms of life were hitting you from every side with no wall to lean on, but I am your refuge and your fortress. My truth is your shield and your buckler. You do not need to fear the terror by night, nor the arrow that flies by day, for I have commanded my angels to guard you in all your ways. When you dwell in me, you are moving into a frequency that is untouchable by the lower vibrations of fear and lack. I am the anchor that holds steady when the ground beneath you shakes. This is not just a poetic comfort. It is a structural reality of the spirit. I'm surrounding you with an invisible wall of fire that filters every word and every energy that tries to enter your space. From this moment on, you are not walking alone. You are walking within me, and because I'm invincible, your victory is already woven into the fabric of your existence. My word is not a static text written in an old book. It is a living, breathing sword of light that proceeds from my mouth to cut through the cords of every invisible bondage. Every lie that has been whispered into your ear, every contract you unknowingly signed with despair, and every chain of generational stagnation is being severed right now by the sharpness of my truth. When I speak, darkness has no choice but to flee. This word is the ultimate weapon upgrade for the chosen one. It does not just defend, it clears the path ahead of you. It is the frequency that shatters the glass ceilings the world tried to place over your head. I am placing this sword in your hand today. You will no longer use your words to describe your problems. You will use my words to command your mountains to move. As we proceed, feel the weight of this authority settling into your spirit. You are being armed for a level of success that your ancestors could only dream of. To ensure your total liberation and to make your breakthrough permanent, we are about to embark on a journey through 7 rounds of divine fire. Think of this as a deep spiritual surgery, a systematic cleansing of every layer of your being. We will not merely scratch the surface. We will go deep into the roots of your biological system, the architecture of your mind, and the very DNA of your legacy. Each round will intensify, moving from the visible confusion in your life to the hidden sabotages buried in your subconscious and your lineage. I'm going to lead you through 7 cycles of release and realignment. With each round, a layer of the old, you will fall away, and the warrior I created you to be will emerge with greater clarity. Prepare your heart for the fire I am releasing is not meant to consume you, but to consume everything that is not of me within you. The atmosphere is ready, the decree is signed, and the first round of your transformation begins now. Lift your eyes now, my beloved. I command you to look away from the pile of bills on your table, away from the medical reports that speak of limits, and away from the digital noise that keeps your soul in a state of constant agitation. These things are loud, but they are not ultimate. They are shadows that disappear when the light of the world stands before you. I am calling you to a vertical alignment. When you look down at your problems, you are governed by their gravity. When you look up at me, you are governed by my grace. This is the moment where we stop negotiating with your circumstances and start dictating the atmosphere. I'm the architect of time and space, and I'm instructing you to reset your focus. Your eyes were never meant to be fixed on the dirt. They were designed to behold the glory of your Creator. Do not allow the temporary to steal your eternal peace. Look up, for your redemption is not just coming, it is already here, standing at the door of your heart. Now I speak to the very air you breathe. Atmosphere, align with the frequency of heaven. Now every stagnant energy, every lingering spirit of depression, and every vibration of anxiety that has clung to the walls of your home or the corners of your mind, I command you to dissolve in the presence of my holiness. I'm saturating your current environment with the oil of joy and the garment of praise. Feel the shift. The weight in the air is lifting because I am occupying the space. This room is no longer just a room. It is a sanctuary. It is a portal where the finite meets the infinite. Every chaotic sound is being muted so that the whisper of my spirit can become a roar of authority in your soul. You are being recalibrated to the rhythm of my heart, where there is no lack, no fear, and no shadow of turning. The environment around you must now bow to the authority I have placed within you. Before we enter the 7 rounds of my divine fire, I want you to prepare your vessel. Your body is the temple of my spirit, and it must be steady for the deep work I'm about to do. Take a deep, intentional breath right now. Breathe in my life, my vitality, and my strength. Hold it for a moment, feeling my presence fill the hidden corners of your lungs and the very marrow of your bones. Now exhale slowly, releasing the tension in your jaw, the tightness in your chest, and the desperate grip of control you've been holding on to. Do this once more. With every breath, you are yielding your will to mine. You are saying, Holy Spirit, I am not in charge. You are. Let your heart rate slow down as you enter. My rest. Your nervous system is being quieted so that your spirit can be awakened to the supernatural. The preparation is complete. The alignment is set. You are no longer standing in your own strength, but in the unstoppable power of the one who called you by name. We are ready. The fire is coming to set you free. The furnace of my holiness is now ignited, and we begin the first descent into the layers of your liberation. I am the God who answers by fire, and this fire is not here to harm you, but to consume every counterfeit structure that has been built within your soul. We enter round 1, the breaking of mental fog and divine confusion. I'm targeting the very synapses of your brain, the pathways of your thoughts that have been tangled by the static of this world. For too long, you have walked through a thick gray haze that has made you doubt your own identity and my promises. I see the mental fatigue, the inability to focus, and the voices of chaos that scream for your attention. I decree right now, let there be light. I am the mind of the universe, and I am washing your intellect with the crystalline water of my spirit. I break the spirit of heaviness that has sat upon your brow like a leaden crown. I cancel every assignment of confusion that has tried to make you wander in circles. Every thought that exalts itself against my knowledge is being brought into captivity this very moment. You are not losing your mind, you are gaining mine. Listen as I speak this into the core of your being. I have not given you a spirit of fear or of a clouded mind, but of power, of love, and of a sound, disciplined mind. I am the potter, and I am smoothing out the jagged edges of your thoughts. I command every frequency of anxiety to cease its vibration. I am replacing the what-ifs with I am. Declare this with me in the silence of your heart. My mind is clear, my vision is sharp, and I have the mind of my Creator. Again, say it with more authority. Every fog is lifting, and I see my path with absolute clarity. Feel the somatic shift occurring right now. I want you to focus on your head. Feel the intense pressure leaving your temples as if a tight band that has been squeezing your skull for weeks is finally being cut. There is a coolness washing over your forehead. Your eyes feel lighter, and the internal noise is fading into a holy silence. This is the first seal of your freedom. I seal this clarity into your neurological system. It is done. It is finished. Your mind is now a sanctuary of peace. We move deeper now into the second round of divine fire, the canceling of financial stagnation and the closing of the leaks. I see the frustration in your hands. You have worked hard, you have sowed seeds, yet it feels as if you are putting your wages into a bag with holes. I see the unusual stagnation where every time you get ahead, a sudden unexplained expense pulls you back to zero. This is not the economy of my kingdom. This is a spirit of lack trying to starve your vision. I am the Lord who teaches you to profit and leads you in the way you should go. I am sending my fire into your bank accounts, your contracts, and your career paths. I burn away the spirit of the devourer that has been eating your harvest in the dark. I revoke every decree of poverty that was spoken over your lineage. I am opening the windows of heaven that no man can shut. I am calling forth the sudden provision from the north, south, east, and west. The days of barely surviving are over. The days of thriving have begun. I am the great provider, and I am the God who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. If I can feed the birds of the air and clothe the lilies of the field, how much more will I do for you, my chosen one? I'm the source that never runs dry. I'm shifting the flow of resources toward you even as I speak. Declare this decree of abundance. I am well supplied. The spirit of lack has no authority over my house. Every door of opportunity that was locked is now melting under the fire of God. Again, let your spirit roar. I am moving from debt to dominion, from scarcity to surplus. Now pay attention to your body. Open your hands, wide palms, facing upward. Feel the deep-seated tension in your palms and your wrists beginning to release. The clench of survival is letting go. You may feel a warmth or a tingling sensation in your fingertips. This is the activation of the power to create wealth. Your hands are no longer bound by the chains of not enough. I seal your finances in the abundance of my grace. The leaks are closed. The overflow has started. The fire intensifies as we enter the third round, the driving out of night pressure and the healing of the subconscious. I know what happens when the lights go out. I've seen the night terrors, the sleep paralysis, and the heaviness that settles on your chest the moment you try to rest. I know the 3 a.m. window where you wake up in a cold sweat, haunted by the ghosts of your past or the fears of your future. I am the one who gives my beloved sleep. I'm stretching my wings over your bed right now. I am the shepherd who stays awake so you can rest. I am sending my fire to purge your dream life. Every demonic projection, every recurring nightmare, and every bit of night pressure that has tried to steal your vitality is being consumed by my glory. I am rewriting the scripts of your subconscious mind while you sleep, replacing trauma with triumph and fear with the peace of my presence. I am the God of the Watchman, and I'm placing a wall of fire around your bedroom. No spirit of the night, no shadow, no weapon of darkness is permitted to cross the threshold of your rest. You will lie down, and your sleep shall be sweet. I am your shield and your great reward. Declare this seal of peace. I will sleep in the arms of my Father. No weapon formed against my rest shall prosper. I am guarded by angels while I dream. Again, speak it as a law. My night is holy, and my rest is restored. Observe your breath now. Notice how it is becoming cool, deep and steady. The rapid, shallow breathing of anxiety is gone. Your heart rate is finding its natural divine rhythm. The pressure on your chest is replaced by the lightness of my spirit. You are safe. You are held. You are protected in the secret place of the Most High. I seal your rest and your subconscious mind. This third chain is broken and turned to dust. You are becoming fireproof, and the best is yet to come, too. The first 3 chains that have bound your soul, the fog of confusion, the famine of lack, and the terror of the night, are no longer standing. I have looked upon them with the eyes of my justice, and they have crumbled into dust before your very eyes. You can feel the air around you changing, can't you? The heavy shroud that once covered your destiny is being shredded by the very words I'm speaking into your heart. You are no longer the person who started this message. You are lighter, sharper, and more aligned with the throne of heaven than you have ever been. This is not a temporary feeling or a fleeting emotion. It is a permanent displacement of darkness. What I have burned away with my divine fire, no man, no system, and no devil can ever restore. You are stepping into a midpoint of total transformation, where the old world is fading and the new one is rushing in to meet you. Take a moment to witness the holy silence where the screaming voices of your past used to be. That silence is my peace, and it is your new home. But your victory must be verbalized to be fully realized in this physical realm. I've given you the keys to the kingdom, but you must be the one to turn the lock. Do not let the enemy think for a single second that he still has an invitation to return to the territory I've just reclaimed for you. You must speak into the atmosphere of your own life with the authority I've shared with you today. Type this now in the comments, making it a legal decree in the courts of eternity. No door is open to fear. Your words are not just letters on a screen. They are barriers of fire. When you type this, you are telling every spirit of intimidation and every shadow of doubt that their lease on your life has been terminated. You are closing the gaps. You are sealing the cracks in your armor. Declare it with the boldness of a lion. No door is open to fear. Let the spiritual realm know that your heart is now a fortress, where only my love and my power are allowed to dwell. As you seal this victory for yourself, remember that you are part of a royal priesthood, a family of chosen ones who are waking up across the globe at this very hour. Press the like button right now, not as a simple gesture, but as a signal fire. Let this shield of protection and clarity reach the others who are still battling in the silence of their own despair. Your like is an act of spiritual intercession, a way of saying, I have found the light and I am holding the door open for you. At the same time, I invite you to subscribe to this channel and join this family of light. This is about establishing your new rhythm. You need a daily infusion of protection, clarity, and peace to maintain the ground you have just gained. By subscribing, you are committing to walk in this authority every single day, refusing to let the world pull you back into the fog. Join this movement of the Spirit, for the work is not yet finished. The next 4 rounds are about to go even deeper into the very roots of your bloodline and your soul. The furnace of my love now intensifies, for we are moving past the surface of your daily life and descending into the very foundations of your existence. This is the 4th round of divine fire, the dismantling of generational patterns and ancient cords. I am walking back through the corridors of your history, through the DNA of your father and your mother, and through the lives of those you never knew. I see the cycles that have tried to claim you, the same spirit of divorce that broke your ancestors' hearts, the same addiction that stole their strength, the same shadow of poverty that kept them from their dreams. You have felt like a prisoner to a script you didn't write, repeating mistakes you promised you would never make. But today, my fire is entering the very marrow of your bones. I am dissolving the spiritual contracts signed by those who came before you. Every word of lack, every curse of early death, and every pattern of not quite enough is being incinerated in my presence. You are not the product of your past. You are the product of my word. I am declaring a new beginning for your bloodline. The buck stops with you. The cycle ends today. Listen to the sound of these chains hitting the floor. I am the Alpha and the Omega, and I am rewriting your legacy from the inside out. I command every familiar spirit that has tracked your family for generations to depart and never return. They have no legal right to the temple I have claimed for my glory. You are a new creation, a pioneer of a redeemed lineage. Declare this with the weight of a king. I am the one who breaks the cycle. The sins and the sorrows of my ancestors have no power over my future. I am free, and my children shall be free after me. Again, speak it until the atmosphere trembles. Every generational wall is falling now. Pay attention to your physical body in this moment. I want you to straighten your spine. Do you feel that it is the weight of the past, the literal heaviness of 1,000 years of struggle falling off your back, like a tattered garment? You are standing taller because you are no longer carrying what was never yours to bear. Your spirit is light and your path is clear. I seal your DNA in the perfection of my design. We move now into the 5th round, the cleansing of the biological system and the neurological reset. My fire is moving from the spiritual into the very cells of your body. I know how the warfare of the last season has affected your health. I see the inflammation in your joints, the exhaustion in your nervous system, and the digestive distress that flares up whenever the pressure mounts. You have been in fight or flight mode for so long that your body has forgotten how to rest. But I am the great physician, and I'm breathing my life into your organs right now. My fire is searching out every abnormality, every dormant disease, and every cellular memory of trauma. I'm recalibrating your hormones, balancing your blood, and smoothing out the jagged electrical signals in your brain. I am the God who heals, and I am restoring the years that the locust of stress has eaten. Your body is not a liability. It is a powerful instrument of my purpose, and I'm tuning it to the frequency of vitality. I am the breath of life within you, and I am commanding every system in your body to return to its original divine order. I am flushing out the toxins of bitterness and the cortisol of chronic fear. I am the fountain of youth and the source of all strength. Declare this healing decree. My body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. Every cell is filled with divine life. I am vibrant, I am strong, and I am healed from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. Again, with conviction, no sickness can dwell in the presence of this fire. Focus on the sensation moving through you now. Feel a warm, liquid light starting at the very top of your head. It is moving slowly down through your face, your neck, and your chest. Feel it flooding your stomach, moving through your hips, and traveling down to the very soles of your feet. Every area it touches is being restored. Your nervous system is settling into a deep, profound calm. The buzz of anxiety is gone. You are being physically renewed for the journey ahead. I seal your health in my eternal wholeness. The fire glows white-hot as we enter the 6th round, the revoking of invisibility and the end of sabotage. I have seen you standing in rooms where you were ignored, and I have heard you speak truths that were never acknowledged. You have felt the spirit of invisibility where your talents are hidden and your efforts go unrewarded while others are promoted for less. This is a shadow of sabotage, designed to keep the chosen one from the seat of influence I have prepared. I see the invisible glass ceiling that has stopped you every time you are about to be recognized. Today, I am shattering that glass. I am burning away the veil that has kept you hidden. I am calling your name from the rooftops of heaven. I am positioning you to be seen by the right people at the right time. Every hand that has tried to sabotage your reputation and every voice that has whispered in secret against your progress is being silenced by my decree. You will no longer walk in the shadows. You will walk in the spotlight of my favor. I am the God who exalts the humble and brings the hidden things into the light. I'm giving you the key of David. What I open, no man can shut. You are being clothed in a mantle of authority that commands respect. People will look at you and see something they cannot explain. They will see my glory resting upon you. Declare this shift in your status. I am no longer hidden. I am visible, I am valued, and I am favored by God and by man. Every spirit of sabotage is evicted from my life. Again, proclaim it. I occupy the space God has given me with confidence and power. Notice the change in your posture. Your chest is expanding. You are breathing more deeply, taking up more space in the room. The urge to shrink back or apologize for your existence is being consumed by the fire of my confidence. You are standing in the center of my will, and the world must now take notice. I seal your influence and your recognition. You are visible. You are chosen. You are here. Finally, we reach the 7th round, the igniting of the hidden breakthrough and the final seal. This is the moment of the crescendo. This is where the last wall of the enemy, The one he has guarded with his most fierce illusions comes crashing down. This round is not about what you have lost, it is about what you are gaining. I'm igniting the hidden breakthrough, the destiny that has been incubated in the dark, the dream that you thought had died, and the promise that seemed impossible. My fire is acting as a catalyst, accelerating the manifestation of your prayers. The time of waiting is merging into the time of reaping. I'm opening the final gate that leads to your ultimate purpose. The obstacles that stood before you this morning are becoming the dust beneath your feet this evening. I am releasing a suddenness into your life. The breakthrough is not coming, it is erupting from within you. I am the God of the breakthrough, and I am declaring that the atmosphere is now fully clear for your ascent. Every bit of resistance has been turned into fuel for your fire. You are stepping through the threshold into a season of uninterrupted momentum. The colors of your life are changing. The gray of survival is being replaced by the vivid gold of my kingdom. Declare this final victory. My breakthrough is here. The last wall has fallen. I'm stepping into my destiny with power and joy. It is finished. It is done again. Let it be the loudest sound in your spirit. I am victorious through the one who loves me. Observe your internal vision. The darkness is gone. The images in your mind are becoming vivid and bright. You can see the finish line and you can see the crown. Your vision is returning with 20/20 spiritual clarity. Every sense is heightened and every doubt is gone. I seal this entire sevenfold work in the blood of the Lamb and the fire of my spirit. You are transformed. You are ready. You are the chosen one, and your time is now. Be still now, my beloved. Let the crackling of the fire subside into a holy silence. The battle of words and the intensity of the rounds are over, and what remains is the pure, unfiltered essence of my presence. I am lowering the frequency of the world around you so that you can hear the beating of my heart. Peace is not merely the absence of the storm. It is the presence of my authority standing in the middle of it, commanding the waves to be still. I am reaching into the deep architecture of your nervous system, into the places where the trauma of the last few years has left its mark. I see the frayed nerves and the hypervigilance that has kept you on edge, always waiting for the next blow to fall. I'm releasing a peace drop into your spirit right now, a divine sedative that bypasses your logic and speaks directly to your cells. You don't have to try to be calm. I'm making you calm. The adrenaline that has fueled your survival is being replaced by the oil of my rest. Feel the vibration of my peace beginning to resonate from the core of your being outward to your skin. Your brain is being recalibrated to a new rhythm, one that is not governed by the frantic pace of the digital age or the demands of others. I'm smoothing out the electrical storms in your mind, allowing your thoughts to flow like a gentle, clear stream. The heavy, dark fog that made every decision feel like a burden has completely evaporated. In its place, I am installing a crystalline clarity. You will find that your memory is returning, your creativity is sparking, and your ability to perceive. My whisper is sharper than ever before. This is the restoration of your soul. I am leading you beside the still waters, and I am making you lie down in green pastures of mental serenity. The fight or flight mechanism that has been stuck in the on position for so long is finally clicking into peace and power. You are no longer reacting to your environment. You are now the one who sets the tone for every room you enter. The atmosphere around you is now officially guarded. I've placed an invisible filter over your senses so that the chaos of the world can no longer penetrate your inner sanctum. You're walking in a bubble of my glory. Even when you return to your daily tasks, this deep, unshakable stillness will remain with you. It is your new default state. The fog is gone, the noise is muted, and the path ahead is illuminated by the soft light of my grace. You can breathe now deeply, fully, and without fear. Every breath you take is a
You are not
confirmation
alone.
that you are alive, you are loved, and you are protected. The recalibration is complete. You are no longer a frantic seeker. You are a peaceful possessor of the promises I have given you. Rest in this truth, for the shift is permanent, and your spirit is now at home in me. Behold, I am the God of the great reversal, and I am standing in the center of your life to turn the tables on every force that has conspired to bring you low. For too long, you have felt like the target of a relentless drain. A drain on your energy, a drain on your finances, and a drain on your very hope. But listen to my decree. What the enemy intended to use as a drain to empty you, I am now transforming into a fuel to propel you. The very pain that was meant to break you is being converted into the power that will sustain you. The tears you shed in secret have watered the soil of a harvest you didn't even know was growing. I am taking the ashes of your disappointments and forging them into a crown of beauty. You are moving from the back of the line to the front of the favor. The systems that ignored you will soon seek you out, for the stone the builders rejected is becoming the cornerstone of the new thing I am doing on the earth. I am the God of restoration, and I am looking at the ledger of your life. I see the years the locusts have eaten, the time stolen by sickness, the resources lost to deception, and the joy withered by grief. I am not just giving you back what was lost. I am bringing you into a season of double restoration. I am restoring your time by granting you supernatural acceleration so that in 1 month you will accomplish what usually takes a year. I am restoring your finances by opening hidden reservoirs of supply that have been preserved for this exact moment. I am restoring your health so that your strength is renewed like the eagle's. You will not emerge from this trial looking like what you've been through. You will emerge with no smell of smoke upon your garments, carrying the wealth and the wisdom of a victor. The vacuum created by your losses is now being filled with the abundance of my kingdom. Hear this prophetic decree over your immediate future. The hidden line that was once obscured by the fog is now blazing with the light of my guidance. A door is swinging wide right now, a door that no man can shut and no demon can block. This is not a door you have to kick down with your own strength. It is a door that opens by the frequency of your faith. I tell you, a phone call is coming that will change the trajectory of your year. A message is being drafted right now by someone you haven't spoken to in seasons, carrying an offer that aligns perfectly with the cries of your heart. You are being promoted in the spirit, and the physical world must now catch up to this reality. You have passed the test of the wilderness, and I am now bringing you into the land of your inheritance. The period of being overlooked is officially over. You are being called into the light of my favor, and your promotion is being signed by the hand of the Almighty. My beloved child, look at the reflection of your soul in the mirror of my truth. The person who began this journey with me just moments ago, the one who felt like a helpless victim of circumstance, a leaf tossed in the wind of life's cruelty, that person no longer exists. I have buried the victim within you under the weight of my glory. You are no longer defined by what was done to you or by the scars that once spoke of your defeat. I am performing a divine identity upgrade right now, overwriting the code of fear with the blueprint of power. You are not just a survivor, you are a warrior of peace. A survivor simply makes it through the fire, but a warrior of peace is the one I send into the fire to command the flames to bow. You have been tempered in the secret place of suffering, and you have emerged as a weapon of righteousness in my hand. This new identity is not a title you earned. It is a nature I have restored. You are the enforcer of my kingdom's serenity in a world of chaos. From this moment forward, you must realize that your presence is a boundary, because you are the warrior of peace. The atmosphere of every room you enter must now align with the spirit you carry. You are the one who speaks, and the storm listens. Your words are no longer empty sounds or complaints to the wind. They are executive orders issued from the throne room of heaven. When you speak peace, chaos must depart. When you speak healing, sickness must tremble. You move with a quiet, lethal confidence that does not need to shout to be heard. The enemy recognizes the sound of a chosen one who has found their true name. You no longer walk with a spirit of apology, wondering if you belong. You walk with the weight of my spirit upon your shoulders, knowing that the very ground you tread upon is reclaimed territory. You are the guardian of the light I have placed within you, and you carry the authority to silence every lying tongue that rises against your destiny. You walk covered, my precious one. You are clothed in a garment of light that acts as a divine shield visible to the spiritual realm, even when you are unaware of it. You move differently now, not with the hurried, anxious pace of the world, but with the steady, rhythmic step of a conqueror who knows the end of the story. You speak differently. Your tongue has been seasoned with the fire of the altar, and your words build worlds instead of tearing them down. There is a weightiness to your presence, a divine gravity that draws the right opportunities toward you and repels the shadows of the past. You are the warrior of peace, and you are being sent out not to fight for victory, but to walk from a place of victory. You are guarded, you are empowered, and you are my chosen instrument of change. The upgrade is complete, and the warrior has finally awakened. Now that the spiritual chains have been shattered and the fire has cleared your path, you must understand how to maintain this new territory in the physical realm. Your spirit and your body are intricately connected, and the massive release of energy you have just experienced requires a physical response of stewardship. In the coming days, I'm calling you to prioritize the rest of your physical vessel. Do not rush back into the frantic noise of the world. Drink the water of the earth as you have drunk the water of my spirit. Hydrate your cells, for they have been under intense spiritual pressure during this transformation. Rest is not a luxury for the chosen one. It is a strategic requirement for the integration of my power. At the same time, I'm instructing you to establish healthy boundaries with divine precision. You have been a reservoir for others' problems for too long, allowing their chaos to bleed into your sanctuary. Boundaries are not walls of exclusion. They are fences of love that protect the garden I have just planted in your soul. You must learn to say no to that which drains your oil, so that you have enough to light the path I have set before you. For the next 72 hours, I am calling you to a season of radical input filtering. Your spirit is currently like a freshly tilled field, and the seeds of the world are looking for any place to land and take root. Be fiercely intentional about what you allow your eyes to see and your ears to hear. Avoid the gossip, the news of despair, and the voices that remind you of your former limitations or try to drag you back into the fog of confusion. Protect your breakthrough as if it were a newborn child with vigilance and care. Every morning before the digital world demands your attention, I want you to issue a morning decree. Spend just 1 minute in the holy silence, standing on the rock of my presence, and declare with authority, "Today I walk in the power of the chosen one. My mind is a fortress of peace. My path is illuminated by my Father's light, and his favor is the shield that goes before me." This simple act of daily recalibration will ensure that you do not drift back into the old cycles of survival, but instead continue to sail on the winds of my divine momentum. Finally, I am placing in your hands the most powerful weapon in the arsenal of the warrior of peace, the weapon of radical forgiveness. Understand that this is not about letting others off the hook for their actions, nor is it about validating the pain they caused. It is about unhooking your soul from the poison of their influence. Bitterness is a secret doorway that allows the shadows of the past to return and feast on your current energy. When you choose to forgive, you are declaring that their debt to you has been transferred to my court of justice. You are choosing self-liberation over spiritual imprisonment. Use this weapon tonight as you prepare for rest. Release the names and the faces that still cause a sting of resentment in your chest. Hand them over to me and walk away light-free and unburdened. When you forgive, you seal the cracks in your armor and ensure that the enemy has no legal ground to stand on. You're now armed with both wisdom and power. Go forth and maintain the victory that has been won in this sacred hour. The work is complete. The fire has done its work, and the atmosphere of your life is now crystalline, clear, and saturated with my presence. It is done. It is finished. Every word spoken, every decree issued, and every chain shattered in this sacred hour has been recorded in the courts of heaven, not as a mere request, but as a settled eternal law. You are no longer under the siege of the unknown, and you are no longer a target for the shadows of your past. I have placed my own thumbprint upon your soul, marking you as untouchable, unshakable, and unstopped. This moment is the divine boundary between your history and your destiny. From this very breath forward, you walk under an open heaven. The seals of the old stagnant season have been broken, and the scrolls of your new era are being unrolled before you. Trust the holy silence that follows my voice, for in that silence, I am moving the mountains you once feared and paving the path you are about to tread. Do not leave this presence without making your final claim and locking this transformation into your physical reality. You must seal this prophecy into the very foundation of your life so that no thief of the spirit can steal what has been deposited. Type this now with the absolute conviction of one who has already seen the victory. Final seal, it is done. My future is guarded. Let these words be the iron lock on the door of your heart. As you step into this new reality, ensure you are never without your spiritual armor. If you have not yet joined this family, subscribe to this channel now and press the like button to anchor yourself to this rhythm of light. What I have started here today, I will continue to finish. This is not a one-time intervention. It is your new lifestyle of protection, clarity, and overwhelming peace. Walk in the authority of the family of believers, for we are moving as one. But know this, my beloved, the breakthrough you feel right now is only the beginning of a much deeper revelation I have for you. There is a specific secret about your name, not the name given to you by men or written on your documents, but the secret name I whispered over you before the foundations of the world were laid. This name is the ultimate key to the next level of your authority and your hidden inheritance. Do not let this momentum fade. Do not leave my presence just yet. There is more to be revealed. Move directly to the next message, for the second key is waiting to be placed in your hand. Your victory is not just a moment, it is a movement. Step forward. Chosen one. The secret of your true identity is calling, and I am waiting for you there.
Let radiant energy flow through every temple.